Dwarf Fortress is a complex game, so here are some basic tips I learned the hard way to help you out in your journey to creating a new mountain home, from world generation to some easily missed UI tweaks. So let's get started with some basic world generation tips. The first step for all players in Dwarf Fortress is generating their world. This procedurally generated setting will become the backdrop for many misadventures and adventures with your dwarves. The basic screen allows you to adjust map size, history length, number of civilizations, sites, the population of dangerous creatures, how aggressive they are, and how easy it is to come by minerals and precious stones. But there are other options on this screen. Going into detailed mode unlocks a great deal of settings to better fine-tune your world. The list of options far exceeds the scope of this video, and I'd recommend heading to the Dwarf Fortress wiki, link below, for a more exhaustive list and explanation of the settings. From this screen, if you select mods at the bottom, you can adjust what, if any, mods you wish to use in your game. Mods are a way to customize your game experience, adding new civilizations, features, even fully converting the setting to something completely different. You'll notice one of the mods is orange. In this case, I move it up till it no longer conflicts with another mod or game feature. See the mod description for any specific details on this. You can also see on the right what the issue is as well. I find and download most of my mods on the Steam Workshop. Legends mode is where you can go to check the history and events that have happened in your world. It's a good tool if you want to find out what's going on. Here we can see a listing for Uzmak Diamond Branded, the Glowing, a female dragon that died in the year 29. Clicking the name opens a link to the dragon's biography, detailing her actions, such as where they lived, who they interacted with, and in this case, how she died. Names of individuals are in blue, locations are in orange, and civilizations or groups are in a light blue, and each is a hyperlink to another page tab in Legends mode. We can also see Echo Channeled, a site that was destroyed by the dragon, and how Uzmak was slain by a gnoll in the year 29, thus ending her life. The Embark screen is where you choose the site of your great and future mountain home, meaning this screen is super important for your game. From here you can choose your origin civilization. This will give you information about their population, their number of sites, and their ruler. From this screen you can also reclaim forts. These can be forts that you have abandoned through play, or forts that have been abandoned through actions throughout time from history. As you can see, this is a new game, but there are already some forts and locations that have already been abandoned, and that I can explore and try to reclaim for dwarf kind. Find Embark Location is a powerful tool to find suitable locations for your future mountain home. This screen allows you to choose how large a site you wish to have by adjusting X and Y dimensions. It also can search for savagery, which determines how aggressive and dangerous the local wildlife is to the dwarves. Spirit covers if the region is aligned to good or evil, which can add or decrease the base difficulty of building in that region. You can also search for specific elevations, temperature, rainfall, among a few parameters. This will also check to see if a region has flexstone, important for making steel, and if there's an aquifer present, which can impede mining through the earth, and what metals are present in the region. Once you pick your choices, it will then scan the entire game world looking for sites that match the parameters. If the site is in yellow, there's only a partial match, while a site in green is a complete match to all the parameters you have set. You can use this tool multiple times until you find a suitable location for your fortress. So here we can see me doing an initial search. I'm searching for a region that has a high temperature, a flexstone layer, but no aquifers, and I believe I've also was looking for iron as well. The Embark feature will go ahead and search the whole world for that, and at the end of it, it'll turn up that there's no actual matching sites. All of them are partial, so they're all yellow. I do another search and I change my parameters, and I find a bunch of green sites. Those green sites are all locations that match exactly what I'm looking for, and I can embark there, expecting a location that matches all of my choices. This is a good way to set up for challenge runs, or if you're looking for a specific locale, or whatever it is that you desire for your fortress. So finally we have some basic gameplay tips that I've learned the hard way and I want to share with you. So let's get started. So up by the mini-map, you'll notice that there are two buttons that you can press. One will show you the depth of water or magma, and the other will show you up and down elevation arrows. This will show you where you have slopes going up or downwards. Just makes it easier to read on the map. Just ease of use. You don't have to use it, but I find it very useful myself. It can make the map a little cluttered, but I find it invaluable, especially when you're dealing with the caverns, just how to navigate them or where things are going up and down, since there's lots of different elevation changes in the caverns. Mining is an important function of every Dwarf Fortress, and one way to help yourself get riches and good metals is through automatic mining. To unlock this, simply click the mining button, then click the yellow arrow to the right of it. This will unlock additional options that allow you to mine out materials automatically. This will tend to focus on gems, ores, and other important stones. Once you have selected this, just pick a region that already has some special stones or materials, and the miners will mine that out automatically. When they find any of the materials that are similar to what they have already mined, they will continue mining until they've exhausted it. If they find new materials, they won't start mining that, but if you just scroll over it again and highlight it, they will mine that again until they've exhausted the vein and continue on. Finally, here's a tip for work orders. Once they're unlocked from having a manager, you can set up work orders, and work orders have a really nice feature that allow you to set conditions, meaning you won't make any steel bars unless you have enough pig iron bars and flex stone. Conditions allow you to control when these work orders kick off, so that way you're not just constantly making stuff you don't need, but you only make stuff as you need them, which is a good tip for any Dwarf Fortress. You always want to have a good supply of things, but you don't want to overmake things and just waste supplies when you could be using them for better stuff for your fortress. And that's it. Those are some of my quick tips that I've learned the hard way. So if you enjoyed this, subscribe. And a warm thanks for watching, and just, have a great time. I'm out. See ya.